Hope everybody's doing okay. I'm Trish with Unique Me 303 Healing and Empowerment. I've been really feeling like doing a message today, but then when I came over here and started getting ready for a reading, I just felt the need to take some of my crystals off of my desk to rearrange some things up here. I just felt like cleaning up, so to speak. And even though I haven't got all the dog hairs off of up here and, you know, there's still dust laying around, I still cleaned up. And you know, I may have done it half-assed, but there's something about taking the time to do so. So that might be a message in itself for some of you. But there was a lot of different things that happened as I was cleaning this desk up that made me feel like this is for the reading. This is for the reading. So there's a card over here, this card right here, that had stuck out the whole entire time. And I was like, is that meant for me to look at? And I heard, no, it's for the reading. A few seconds ago, I was actually starting the reading and I stopped it because I just felt like it wasn't flowing the way that I felt like it was supposed to flow. So when I did that, I went ahead and did a little peek at this card and seeing that it was hidden. There's something that's hidden. Anyhow, as I was doing so, there was another card that was underneath this whole entire deck and was puffed up, and it is the card inside. Okay. I don't know what these have to do with the reading yet. I'm just saying that while I was cleaning up my desk, a lot of things happened. These two cards fell out. I don't know what they have to do with anything. This affirmation came out for me, and it's something I haven't seen in a long time, so I'm going to read it when I feel like it's meant to be read. There was a lot of different feathers that were shown to me, so feathers might be a thing for you. Copper, we're not going outside, so no. Feathers might be a thing, so maybe angels are leaving feathers, or deceased loved ones, or your guides or something are leaving feathers around in just the most random of places. This is a way that they're trying to get a message to you, so pay attention when you find that feather. What are you thinking about at that time? What's going on in your head? You know, things of that sort. I was also told to pull out my old affirmations, which was a little bit odd to me because I haven't used them in so long. However, there's something with those as well. So let's get on with this reading and see exactly what Spirit wants to come out. But let's get going. Are these the first two cards? I'm hearing no. So I'm going to go ahead and put these back. It might just be that you need to see these cards hidden, and there's something to do with keys, or the key to success. You may feel boxed inside something, because I'm feeling a little bit boxed with this inside card, but we'll see if they are meant to come out in the reading. We'll see. These cards are meant for the reading, yes or no? Do I turn them over now? Which card goes first? Okay, so right away I'm feeling a time of discovery. There's something that you're discovering about yourself that is very powerful. It may even be something to do with stepping into your feminine energy, whether or not you're a male or a female, it doesn't matter. This is meaning you're stepping into the intuitive, the powerful, the wise, the all-knowing, the part of you that connects with your emotions and intuition at the same time to make decisions. That part of you that is the healer. And I'm talking about a healer of everything: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and energetic. This is the time of maybe in one or more areas of your life, finding out where you are powerful and where your strengths are and what kind of assets that you have to bring to the table. Again, I keep feeling 420, guys. That message just came out very, very strong, so you want to look that up. And I don't feel like that has anything to do with marijuana. However, it felt like a very strong message of look me up. You can look that number up on Sacred Scribes. But there's this message coming through of things being mirrored in other people that are helping you to see your assets. So it may just be like, I'm going to give you an example on the job. You may see something in somebody that they don't see in themselves, but when you tell them at 4, 5, 6, look that up as well. But when you tell them about this particular asset or characteristic that is a good characteristic about them, they said, you're the exact same way. Oh my God, why don't you see that? They're mirroring that back to you. They're telling you about that part of yourself that you don't see in yourself. So there's situations that are going to come up where you're going to be seeing and having experiences like that, where you are mirroring something in somebody that is helping you to see what you have to bring to the table. Now, for some of you, maybe some of you that are like new to your journey, you may be feeling or even being mirrored back to you the negative aspects of yourself that need to change or be seen, or, you know, whatever it may be. And that's okay too. Don't beat yourself up when you start to see these negative things that need to change, because it's not that they're negative, it's just that they're things that could change, that you have the power to change, and you're finding this out through listening to your intuition, through your emotions that are tied with it, or what have you. I don't know why I moved my camera. I wish that I wouldn't have, because I liked it where it was before. But anyhow, and this is also a time of getting into something that makes you feel creative. It brings out some sort of spark in you of passion. This could be something that you've already put your hands into before, and, you know, maybe it didn't work out for whatever reason. It just wasn't the right time. Maybe you started something before it was time to start it, or, you know, it could have been the circumstances that you was in and relationships. I mean, it could be a million different things that took you away from this. But there's something about getting back to something that you had a lot of passion for. Whether this is a person, place, thing, career, entrepreneurship of some sort. Maybe it's a following, you know, something that you were meant to do, some sort of purpose. It could be a number of things for you. However, there's one particular thing, or maybe two particular things, just something that is very much weighing on your mind that you want to get back to. Or maybe it's not even that you want to. Maybe this is just like spirit putting it in your head that you need to get back to a certain thing, and it's by repeating a certain message or seeing a certain vision in your mind. Or, you know, maybe somebody says something about something, and then somebody else says something about something that they didn't even know had to do with what you've been thinking about. This is God working through, or spirit, your angels, whatever, working through other people, places, and things to help get the message to you. So any repeated messages or things that spirit is asking you to put your passion back into, or, you know, there's something about being fruitful, having a harvest, a lot of joy, or an abundance of joy coming your way through reconnecting with whatever this is. Whether it's a person, place, thing, situation, like I said, a career path, a project, or maybe it's multiple things. And this is Spirit's way of telling you, you know, the things that we're telling you over and over and over again are showing you these are the things that I want you to start getting back to. The first card that came out is number 44, the coupling. And this is a message of a few different things. It goes along with the message of having something mirroring to you, but it also goes along with a message of having something on your side that is helping you to achieve something. So this could be spirit being on your side. This could be financial security from somebody else, that comes from somebody else to help you to get something started. You know, it could just be that, I don't know, there's a sense of partnering. There's a sense of not being alone in something, whether it be an adventure or whatever it may be. Oh, and I mean, look, right here on top, the Guardian. You're being protected. You're being watched over. There's something about you're not alone in this situation. Some of you are in this process of finding out what is going to make you successful and doing what it takes to get there. Again, I feel like there's a message of coupling up with somebody, and this might not be for everybody, like being with somebody, but for many of you, it might just be that you need to meditate with others to get the answers. I mean, it could be, but there's something about not doing everything alone, where you don't have to go at it alone. You can trust that you have a guardian angel that's by your side, that's helping you through this situation. This is a new thing that I got the other day when I was on it has amethyst in it. When I was on a trip for my best friend's 50th birthday, I bought it at a shop that we went to. Some of you may need to know that it's time for networking. It's time for getting with other people and asking them questions and saying, you know, how did you get to where you're at? If there's somebody that's been through what you've been through. I'm being told to pull this card out, the hidden card. So you're on your way to success in something. That's what I strongly feel with the picture that's on this card. You know, there's keys to success that have still been hidden from you or been kept from you in some way, shape, or form. However, I feel like the light is coming out of the darkness. 1111 as I look at the camera. That's an awakening. That's staying positive. That's a twin flame number. That is a number of new happenings and new beginnings. 1122 as I look back up there. But there's something that is still being kept from you. However, I feel like bits and pieces of intuition, like I was talking about in the very beginning with these two cards, is bits and pieces of the intuition is connecting with something that is truthful, with something that is hidden, but is meant for you to now know. And I feel like what is meant for you to know is going to come out just when it's supposed to. You may not get all the information to what is hidden, or from what is hidden, but you will eventually. Okay, this is a message that's telling you to stay faithful, not to get into this energy of not trusting, but trust in the process, trust in the things that are yet to be seen, because there is things that are working in the backgrounds for your benefit, your angels, your guidance team, maybe other aspects of yourself that exist in other realities that are higher advanced than you are here, or connecting with you. Those of you who have that experience, you know who you are. There's a message for some of you of feeling caged, that you've been locked up for too long. Maybe you've been in this energy of dark night of the soul, or just isolating because spirit forced you to, or because you needed to work on something. Whatever the circumstances may be, there's an energy of feeling caged and needing to figure out a way of getting uncaged. And I'm just going to use an example. I don't feel caged, but this might be a slighter version of being caged. I stay in my house a lot. As soon as I get home from work, I stay in my house. You know, I don't want to go out because I have worked my ass off all day. My feet hurt. I just don't want to be around anybody. I need to deflect and get all the energy off of me that I've picked up throughout the day. I need to cleanse myself, things of that sort. So, you know, I don't do much. And when I do have company over, or when I do go out and about, I'm just like ready to be alone again. However, there's this yearning for not wanting it to be that way. You know, it makes me think, do I need to get another job because I don't have as much time or energy, I should say, to connect with the people that I want to connect with because I'm so tired. And, you know, Spirit is directing me in the path of, it's almost time for me to move past this job, and it's time for me to do other things. And those other things are things that I used to do, that used to bring me happiness, that used to bring me joy. And so some of you, it may be that, you know, this energy that you're supposed to get back to is something that gave you a lot of joy at one time. And again, it doesn't have to be like about a situation or anything. It could be a numerous amount of things. You could be going through several changes in your life that this fits to. And I feel like for many of you, that's exactly what it's going to be. It's going to be different circumstances, but the message still fits. Give me 3 more. They're telling me 2. Okay, 2 more shuffles. How many cards? There's a message that you can trust. Whatever this is that you're going back to, you can trust that it's going to be better than the last time you gave it a try. If you've already given it a try. It's going to be, even though you may be feeling at this time like you're kind of stuck and you don't know exactly how to restart whatever it is, or maybe you just don't feel like you have maybe enough energy, like I don't feel like I have enough energy, but yet something is starting to stir back up in me, where there's like this passion that's starting to burn to do more, especially with my business, and with meditation and things that I used to constantly do all the time that was keeping me feeling whole, is no longer a big part of my life. However, it was because I was told to rest, to relax, to serve my purpose in the place that I'm working right now. There's all kinds of things that were still happening and still making me happy. However, they weren't what makes me the happiest. 1616, guys, I was told to tell you. Anyhow, they're asking you to trust in the process. Okay, there's a strong message of trust. I'm also feeling like patience is a pretty big thing right now. So if you have been getting stuck by trains and, having to wait in line at the grocery store for a really long time, you may be learning a lot about patience. And that patience is teaching you that even if you're not waiting in a long line and you're just waiting on something to happen in your life, or waiting on yourself to make something happen in your life, you can trust that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. You can trust that your guidance team has your back and is going to direct you when they need to direct you. If you're feeling over and over and over again that you need to make a decision, or that you need to go in this direction, or that you need to put action into this particular situation, then that's exactly what you need to do. And you need to trust that when you do that, it's going to bring you a lot of happiness. It may come with a little bit of conflict. I'm not saying that everything is going to be peaches and cream, but I do feel like when you trust and you go in the direction that your intuition, your heart, your emotions are connected to, that the joy, the happiness, the peace, the balance starts to come in. There's been a period of downtime, quiet time, like I've been saying, since I've been at this job. For the past, it'll be 2 years, September 11th, since I've been at this job, a lot of things have slowed down in my life that I didn't really want to slow down. However, Spirit said I needed you somewhere else. This has been most of us, okay? You've been needed somewhere else. Maybe it was just at your home. Or maybe it was you had to work and make more money and save up for something. But then when you're at home, you're meant to just be at home. Not with friends, not with family, not doing all this other stuff that you used to do, but instead reflecting, getting into this mystic side of yourself where supernatural things are happening and you're connecting with your intuition more. And when you meditate or when you close your eyes, you're seeing things that maybe you never were capable of seeing. Maybe you're feeling energy in your body that you hadn't before. There's just something about something mystical, magical, wondrous happening when you was in this downtime. Or if this has not already happened for you, this is something that you're going into. But I feel like if it's something that you're heading into, it's going to be quick. It's not going to be something that's going to be like long-lived. So take advantage of the time when you do have that downtime, because Spirit is saying something's getting ready to move. And when this movement happens, there's nothing that's going to hold you back. However, I think that most of the movement comes from you've rested up, you've took the time to reflect, you've took the time to grow physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and energetically. You've took the time to connect with your guidance team, your higher self, your inner child, and things of that sort. And you've learned in which direction you're supposed to be going. And it's not that any direction is wrong, because one direction is going to teach you a lot of lessons that maybe are uncomfortable and you don't really want to learn, and they don't make you feel good. And then the other way is going to be real easy because you listen to your intuition and you trust it and things of that sort. But no direction is the wrong direction. It might just take you a little bit longer to get to where Spirit wants you to be. But anyhow, after a time of rest and relaxation, you've you're getting into this energy of finding your way. Do I go this way or do I go that way? And again, there's no wrong direction, but you're in this space of asking, like, what am I going to do? And I really feel like most of you, okay, thank you. I'm being told to read this affirmation that came out now. I am shifting into my highest timeline of freedom and abundance. I am shifting into my highest timeline of freedom and abundance. That's a really good one. I'm going to put this right here where I can see it. Which cards do I go to, please? Thank you. We went to this shop called the, something hippie. What was it called? I can't remember now. Anyhow, the Thrifty Hippie. That's what it was called. The Thrifty Hippie. And this is something that I bought there also. It's a jar of affirmations. It has a really cool stamp on top. I had it backwards, but it has a really cool stamp on top. They're all handmade, watercolor painted on the outside, and then rolled up with little rubber bands around them. I'm going to pick some of these for us here in just a little bit. Okay. You need to get away from the negative thoughts. It's really, really important that you detach from any kind of negative thoughts that are coming in. Cut cords with any kind of trauma that's happened in the past that may be connected with this situation or whatever this is that we've been talking about during this whole reading. I really feel like some of you are allowing the ego to still dictate your movements, what you're going to do next, and this is highly unhealthy. Okay, it's not something that you should be doing. Some of you have been seeing the red bird lately. That's a messenger coming in. I was told to show you the red feather. Some of you have had a cardinal coming around quite a bit lately. Maybe you need to connect with the energy of the cardinal. But there's this fear of losing something that you go back to, or it not working out because it didn't work out before. And the message is very strong of detaching from that type of energy, to retrain your thoughts into something more positive, more in vibration with what you really want out of this situation. Because I feel like for all of us, this is a situation or a experience that is something that we know would bring a lot of joy if it worked out right. It would bring a lot of happiness. And it's just the fear of what if it doesn't. But here's the thing. If you trust your heart and follow the guidance that's always been given to you and it's worked out over and over and over again, why are you so fearful now? And I'm talking to myself too here. So, you know, this message is drop the fear, because fear is not something that we're supposed to have, and go towards whatever it is that is meant for you. They're asking you to fall in love all over again with something that you used to be passionate about. And, you know, if you're already in love with it, then put energy, time and energy into it. Which cards do I go to, please? There's a message of a lot of answers that came in the silence. So if you're somebody that sits in the dark a lot or in the silence, or maybe you meditate, there's answers that have came. But they're asking you to try to distinguish between the answers that are coming to you that are answers from your ego that are feeding you fear, doubt, and insecurities, and separate them from the God aspect, or that aspect that is good and kind and trusting and guiding. I always ask myself things like, is this me that's thinking this thought? Is it my physical human self that's thinking this? And most of the time it's no. And if the answer is no, is the message that keeps repeating to me, is it good, loving, kind, guiding? If that's a yes, then I go with it. I know that it's from God, my higher self, my angels, my guidance team, my deceased family members, or whomever is meant to be giving me that message at the time. If it is something that is negative and fear-based, then I know that it's something that's meant to distract me, and I just need to tell it to go away. 2552, that's a mirror. Look that number up, guys. Don't let the louder voice of the negativity, the devil, if you may, don't let it get you. You know, retrain your thoughts to be more positive and thinking about, if I really do this, or I go back to this, or I put more time and energy and action into this, it's going to be successful. Tell yourself that. Many of you are having experiences with your Kundalini energy. This is feeling energy in your body in different ways. It may be moving your body around weird. It may be when you're doing meditation, your head's bobbing up and down or side to side, or maybe it makes you feel like you need to rock your body like mine's rocking right now. There's all kinds of different things that could happen when your Kundalini energy is rising or is awakening. For a lot of you, you're having heat flashes. You're having these times and periods of feeling really nauseous. Maybe even starting to feel like you're going to have out-of-body experience, and then you get scared and snap yourself back into it. This is all part of the deal of the Kundalini awakening. All that energy is the energy of your life force energy. That is chi energy. In some traditions, it is what it is. It's life force. That's all it is. And once you start connecting with and awakening that life force energy in you, it shows you things that you've never knew were possible. It gives you truth and understanding. It helps you to know how to heal your body, mind, and soul. It helps you to connect with the things that are unseen to the tangible eye, you know, to somebody that's capable of seeing. It helps you to understand your purpose. And for most of us, shows us how to be a healer. Whether you make money to be a healer, whether you just do it for yourself or for others, it doesn't really matter. You all are healers. You're capable of healing your own body, mind, and soul, and your Kundalini awakening helps you to do just that. Somebody needs to stand up for themselves. There's a message of not letting anybody tear you down from whatever this is that you're trying to achieve. If people are not on your side, then they're not for you. If you know that this is something that God or your guidance team is guiding you towards, then don't let anything that anybody says, the naysayers, don't let them intervene in this situation, decision, whatever it may be. All right, let's see what kind of affirmations. I'm going to pour them all out here because they're very hard to get out of there. Whichever ones fall. Oh, that's one. I'm going to get a couple here. Another one falling up. Oh, okay. We got 3 of them. Let's see what they say. I believe in my dreams and pursue them relentlessly. $29.29, guys. I am deserving of love and respect. Yes, you are. I am filled with boundless energy. I hope that you guys got something out of this reading. Much love to you. If you got something out of this reading, please give me a like, share, subscribe, a little heart down in the comments, anything to help my channel to grow. I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Bye.